a diva. I'm a diva. I'm a diva.
What's up? It's your girl, the one and only, the Diva of Curve, Texas, coming to you guys with another YouTube video. So, if you guys have not done so already, make sure that you have joined my Curvy fam, www.thedivaofcurvetx.com. That's where you can stay locked in, make sure you know what's going on with me. You don't miss any events, you don't miss any giveaways, you don't miss any products that are coming out. So make sure you guys go to www.thedivaofcurvetx.com to stay connected. And also make sure that you are subscribed, okay? Because how else you gonna know when I'm dropping some more bomb content, okay? So today is literally all about a follow-up to my diet. And so I received a lot of comments. I guess you guys thought I was getting weight loss surgery, but I'm not, okay? So that was just a play on words. I played y'all a little bit. But I am not doing weight loss surgery, nor have I ever done weight loss surgery. To each his own. That's not my avenue. I have successfully lost over 100 pounds, so I know that I can do it again. It's just a matter of me getting ahead of myself and being dedicated to what I know I can achieve. So for me, that's not an option right now. It's a lot of complications that come along with that surgery, and for me, I want to utilize that as a last result. It is important for me to establish and maintain healthy eating habits. That doesn't matter if I have the lap band surgery, if I have gastric, regardless, that is a standard across the board. So if I cannot do it and maintain my weight without getting the surgery, chances are I'm not going to be able to do it when I get the surgery. So that is my logic. That's my rationale. In addition to the fact that I'm 5'2", and I would have to lose a substantial amount of weight in order for me to even qualify for the surgery. So for those of you who do not know, I weighed in at 377.5 a week ago when I went to my doctor's visit. So that is substantial. And for me to really even qualify for any type of like lap band or gastric, I would need to lose anywhere from 65 to 90 pounds. If I can lose that, I would be in the twos, and I don't feel like I would even need to progress with surgery. So that's my rationale for not moving forward with the surgery, even though, again, I don't want that to be discouraging to anyone else. If it's something that you feel like you have to do, go for it. Nonetheless, today I wanted to talk about what I decided to do. So previously, when I had lost a lot of the weight, it was right around the time that I was initially diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. During that diagnosis, I had a personal trainer that I freaking love, and I wish I could still utilize him, but I'm no longer in Charlotte. And when I say he was phenomenal, he was phenomenal. He trained me for 2 years. He was literally like a father figure to me. I feel like I'm personally indebted to him for the rest of my life. He taught me so much about fitness. He taught me so much about my body, and just having a male role model to be there to push me and encourage me along the way was just something I was not used to. So I love him for that. He is so skilled and so knowledgeable about not only just health-wise, but also like the aesthetics of the body, and obviously he's a personal trainer, so he's supposed to know this stuff, but it's really a science to it. I loved how my body was looking, not just because I was slimming down, but I could actually see muscle forming. And for me to still have been so large, I should not have been able to see the muscle progress the way I had. And that's how I knew he was so skilled at what he did, because I could see like my abs were starting to form, and like I can just tell like in my arms and stuff how the muscle was building. So I'm forever indebted to him about that. And I'll talk about that on a whole nother show about personal training, to personal train or not to personal train, what to expect, blah, 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 blah. But when I did that, I also went down to a very strict low carb diet. I've never done keto per se, but what I did was 21 carbs per meal. So typically a diabetic is recommended anywhere from 15 to 35 carbs per meal. And so I was anywhere from like 15 to 20. Most of the time I stayed closer to the 15 mark than I did the 20. That's unless I had to work out. Like if I had to work out, I did have to eat a little bit more carbs. But regardless, I was on a very tight carbohydrates diet. And I did eat a lot of protein. I worked out once to twice a day. And I also did not do a whole lot of like no sweets or nothing like that. So it was a very limited diet. And again, I did that for almost 2 years, kept the weight off. I was extremely excited about my progress. I loved the way I looked, but then I got to a point where I started to plateau. And when I started plateauing is when I became to get discouraged. So I get to about 280, maybe 270, and I did not see the scale drop down from there. And so I was just so distraught and so discouraged that I began moving backwards. And during that time, I also registered for grad school. So once I enrolled in grad school, for those of you who have continued your education, you know that online classes is literally like you staying at home all day trying to finish, work. You're staying up to all hours of the night. So for me, working out was not conducive to the lifestyle that I had started. And so I began to just pack on the weight. The weight began to slowly but surely creep on. And so it led me to fast forward where I am now. And so now I've been in the house for almost a year. We've been here for almost a year. And I have said, I've got to get myself out of this shape. I got myself in this shape and I'm going to get myself out of it. So today I'll be sharing with you guys a few of the things that I'm going to be doing going forward. Again, I don't like to say a diet, even though I will occasionally throw that word around because it kind of is a diet. But for me, this is something that I want to be able to maintain. So I'll kind of go through I'll go through a number of different ones of why I did not choose them. And then I'll go back to what my ultimate choice was. So keto. Everybody love keto. Keto is great if you're trying to lose weight quickly. For me, keto is not a lifestyle. The reason being is I love carbs. I'm a diabetic type 2. That tells you a lot. I love carbs. So for me to try to live without carbs, I can't see that. I need carbohydrates for fuel. And so I need to be able to have those things and not feel guilty about eating them. And so with keto, it's kind of like, no, it's like you get popped on the hand when you do that. And so for me, it's just like, I don't want to commit to something that I know is not realistic for me. And it's like, yeah, I can do keto for 6 months, but I don't think I could do keto for the rest of my life. That's me. The other thing about keto is it is very meat heavy. I don't eat a lot of meat. Like as I've progressed in age, I don't even crave meat like that. Like the only time that I actually crave meat is during my menstrual cycle. I will crave like a steak or beef or something like that. But outside of that time frame, I normally don't even eat meat. And I've actually started to limit the amount of pork that I have and dairy. So for me, keto is just not a good fit because I've limited a lot of cow's milk and I've also limited a lot of pork and beef. So again, that's literally the main portion of keto. So keto, again, it's not a good choice for me. Weight Watchers, I looked at Weight Watchers. I love the support system that Weight Watchers has, especially the online system. However, I thought the meals were extremely expensive and I did not want to commit to a lot of those processed meals. Now, they do have recipes that you are able to follow as well. But my thing is, if I can follow the recipes, I can do it on my own. So that's why I didn't do Weight Watchers, okay? So the next one is Atkins. Atkins is still very similar to Weight Watchers minus the support system, but it's very low carb, but it's a lot of processed food and there's a lot of stuff that is like in the frozen food section. So it doesn't have a lot of taste, a lot of flavor. It's missing a lot of key components when it comes to something that's going to be satisfying. So for me, I'm like, long term, I don't want that either. So what did you decide, Doreen? You didn't tell me all of this. What did you decide? So what I decided was low carb, high protein. I'm back at low carb, high protein. That's where I always resonate at. I will probably be doing more plant-based protein this time around. I know, I'm scared to say it. Plant-based protein. So for some reason, I would say the last 3 or 4 months, I've had like this feeling of I want to go vegan. I want to go vegan. I want to go vegan. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to go vegan because then I can't eat chicken. People gonna judge me. Because the vegan, their community is like, they cutthroat, like, period. They're cutthroat. If you say you're a vegan, they better not see you eat nothing. So I didn't want that stress of if I wanted to eat something, if I go to Chicago and I see a deep dish pizza and I wanted to eat the deep dish pizza, I didn't want people to judge me. So that's why I say, I don't think I'm going to use that term vegan because that will not accurately describe what I'm doing. But what I will say is low carb, high protein, because it can be a plant-based protein. So I'll share with you guys some of the things that I have purchased for my journey. So I recently said I'm not purchasing any more meat. So once the meat is gone inside of my household, I will not purchase any more meat. I will be only doing plant-based products going forward. So we'll see how long this lasts. Again, I'm not holding myself to any standard or any expectation. I'm literally following my heart and doing what I feel like is good for me. And I feel like right now I don't crave meat, so I don't miss it. And then if I do, it's going to be like some chicken or something like that. But that would have to be a dire like, oh my God, I just got to have this chicken. But for me right now, like I said, I have no intentions upon buying any type of meat. After this meat is gone in my household, that is it for me. I will be trying out different alternatives, and I will be glad to come back and tell y'all, yes, this was good, or no, this was not good. So today I'm going to share with you guys a couple of the things that I purchased at my local Walmart. No, this is not no ad, but that's where I got it from. So I'll share with you guys some of the things that I got, and I cannot wait to come back and follow up as I continue to consume these products and let you know what my thoughts are, okay? So the first one is going to be the Morning Star. This is vegan. It's the original chicken patty. So I'm so excited about trying this. This is a plant-based protein patty, and it has 13% of your daily recommended amount of protein in it. And so it looks like that. Of course, it is loaded with preservatives. Let me see what the sodium count is. The sodium is extremely high. It has, this is, the serving size is for one patty. So it's one patty. The calories is 170 calories. It has 20 grams of carbohydrates, which is not too bad because that's not subtracting the dietary fiber. And then it has 9 grams of protein. And let's see what that sodium was again, 320 grams of sodium. So that's the downfall of buying packaged food like this. It has a lot of sodium. But again, this is not something I would dine on every day. This is more of like a every once in a while type of thing. This is not something that I would be eating every day. So I think that this is perfect for when I have those cravings for some chicken or something of that sort. And again, this is vegan, plant-based certified. Okay, Morning Star. And the next thing I have is my veggies. I love veggies, and I always get squash and zucchini, but as you know, it's not always in season. So I love that Walmart had these zucchini blends, and I've never seen this at my local Walmart, but when I saw it at another one, I was like, I'm grabbing this because I love squash and zucchini. I will roast this, or I will put this alongside with like some pasta. So this is going to be so yummy. I've thought of like 100 different ways I could eat this. I could even make zucchini chips. So, I mean, it's just so many different things that you can do with this. Okay, so calorie-wise, talk to me, 15 calories, okay, for 3/4 cup, 0 sodium, 0 total carbs, 3, and protein less than 1 gram. So this is also another really good buy. This is an alternative for when squash and zucchini are out of season, or if you just want to try something different. So for me, I just want to try this because the squash and zucchini is kind of out of season and it's expensive. So again, this is another alternative. I just wanted to try it out, and it is called Zucchini Blend, and it is by Great Value. All right, now this is another one I'm excited about. Okay, so this is some more processed. Y'all know, bear with me because I'm just getting on my journey. So hopefully I'll be able to start making some of these combos at home once I kind of get a feel for what I like and what I don't like. So this is called Power Blend. Everything got blend in it today, don't they? And this is quinoa and squash. It also has garbanzo beans in it. It has lentils, quinoa. It has red bell peppers. It has sweet and dried cranberries and apple cider vinegar. Okay. So that's a lot going on in this bag. But I was like, hey, I'm trying new things. I might as well give this a try too. And it looks actually kind of yummy on the front. So I thought that this would be great because it has 9 grams of protein in it. So that means this can literally substitute as a protein for me, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. So I'm looking forward to trying this, and I will probably pair this with an additional vegetable and maybe even put a little bit of chicken broth or something in there just to give it some flavor, but not actually be consuming the meat. So this is something I'm so excited about. And again, this is Power Blend, and it is the quinoa and spinach mix, okay? So I will be sure to tag this in the details. Carbohydrates, let's go. Calories, 310 calories for 1 serving, which is the entire container. That's not bad. Okay. Sodium, 250 grams of sodium for the entire bag. And for total carbohydrates, 52 carbohydrates. Again, I would not eat this entire thing in one sitting. That's too much for me. I probably would eat 2 or 3 sittings of this. And I'll probably actually add in some extra vegetables. But that's just me. So it's not too bad on that. Proteins, 9 grams of protein. Again, the carbohydrates is a bit high, but considering I did not subtract the 8 grams of dietary fiber, it's not too bad. So 2 to 3 servings of this is what I would be consuming. All right, so let's move it along. Yay, y'all, these are one of my favorites. Okay, and I hate to say this, but anytime my grandmother would go to the emergency room, she always would go to this old hospital. But there was one thing that I loved about this old hospital, and I loved their black bean burgers. So every time she would go, I would go all the way downstairs and get a black bean burger. And so Morningstar also has like this spicy black bean burger, and it is to die for. So I have had this before. I love it. And so I purchased it again. And it is really good as far as like carbohydrates, and it's another good substitute if you want like a burger or something you're having a craving. So this is a great plant-based option. So just to give you a little information about what's in it, some cooked black beans, brown rice. It does have soy and wheat and eggs in it. So it's not 100% because it does have those good old eggs in here, okay? But for me, it's not that bad. I'm willing to take the little hit somewhere because, again, I'm starting out on this vegan journey, or this partially maybe kind of sort of vegan journey, okay? So don't judge me, judge your mama. But let's go through the facts. So 4 servings, 1 burger, okay? As far as 4 patties in here. For 1 burger, it's 110 calories. It has 320 grams of sodium. That's a lot of sodium now. Morningstar, you got to do better than that. 13 grams of carbs. That's not including subtracting the 4 dietary fiber, and 9 grams of protein. So protein, yes. Sodium, no. Okay. But again, I love these. Once in a while, this is not an everyday type of thing. This is not something I would eat every day. But if I just have like a craving for some type of burger or something like that, I would eat this. Also, this is my classic, the California medley. I love these. You can do so much with California medleys. You can just add pasta to this. You can add brown rice with some type of sauce on top of it. So you can do so much with the California style vegetable mix. I love it. And I grabbed a ton of these. They are so good for you. For 1 cup, 30 calories. It has 25 grams of sodium, 5 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein. Okay, so this is really, really yummy. It has lots of potassium in it. And it does have a good bit of protein in it too. So I love this California style vegetable mix. Okay. And I will probably eat, like I could literally eat this in probably 2 sittings because I love vegetables. And last but not least is going to be another power blend. This one is a Southwest style power blend. Okay, so it has cooked black beans in it. It has lentils, brown rice, quinoa, black barley, red bell pepper, zucchini. It has some pasta in it, and it has some juice, okay? Different types of juices to give it some flavor, okay? So this is the Southwest style, so I'm assuming it's probably going to have a little kick to it, which I'm not too mad about that. And I'll probably put some extra salsa or something on top of it, honey, to give it a little flair. So let's look at the facts. What we got going on? 380 grams of calories per serving, which is for this entire container. So the calories, they're not doing too bad on the calories. Okay, total carbohydrates, whoa, 69 grams of carbohydrates. It does have quite a bit of dietary fiber in here, which is 17 grams of dietary fiber. So you can actually take quite a bit of those carbohydrates out, and it has 18 grams of protein. And again, that is for the entire package. So again, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to eat this whole package. You can cut this in 2 to 3 servings, especially if you meal prep. If you meal prep, this is going to be fantastic. You can literally make 2 or 3 meals just by heating this up and pouring it into your container. So potassium, it is off the roof with potassium, 970 milligrams of potassium. It has a great deal of calcium as well. So again, it is preservative, so it is going to be kind of heavy on the sodium. So that's why I don't want to use these things every day. But right now I'm just using them to give me an idea of what I like. And I'll be able to create some of these dishes on my own based upon what I like, because a lot of them have like quinoa. I'm not really fancy about quinoa. I don't really too much care for the texture. However, I want to try it in different dishes, and maybe I can find some way that I like it and I can continue to eat it. The same thing about lentils. I'm not crazy about lentils either, but they are so good for you to have a number of health benefits. So again, I want to try to find different ways that I can incorporate foods that I do not traditionally eat, so that way I can get those health benefits, okay? So that's all that I have in my little magic bag today to talk about as far as items I recently purchased from Walmart that I will be trying out. But I will still be doing like my almond milk. I do not eat any cow's milk. I do not use regular butter. I use plant-based butter. So all of those things I've been transitioned into. So none of that stuff is new. So the main thing is really just going to be me monitoring my carbohydrates and making sure that I'm not eating any animal-based protein. My protein will be coming from a plant source. And then I also have powder protein that I use maybe twice a week. I'll make like some type of meal replacement with my protein. So that's another additional way that I will be getting that protein. And I know you guys are probably like, well, where's her fruit? I do not eat a lot of fruit. And I know that's probably hard for people to believe, but I've never been a big fruit eater. I normally am just like a carbs person, carbs, bread, sweets. But as I've gotten older, I actually have grown to love vegetables. And when I tell you I can eat vegetables literally for every meal, I could. So that's where I really will spend most of my time is eating vegetables. And for me to get my fruits in, I do juice. So that's the way I get my fruits and stuff in. And then I also have purchased like fruit bowls. I have like this big old bowl, and I made myself sit it out. So that way when I get hungry or I'm in between meals, I can actually go and grab a piece of that fruit and be intentional about it. Because what happens is when it's in the refrigerator, I don't see it. And I don't go down into that little compartment for what? Who's thinking about going to look for fruit? So one thing that I did incorporate is making sure that I can see it. If I can see it, I will likely grab it. So I did purchase like some little clementines, and I purchased 2 bananas, and it'll probably take me forever to eat those 2 bananas because I usually only eat half at a time. It has a lot of sugar in it. But again, when it comes to fruit, I do not do a lot of fruit eating. If I do eat fruit, it's going to be in a juice, and it's normally going to be like with spinach or kale. I think I got beets, so I'm going to be making my beets juice. It is so good for your body, antioxidants. It's good for your blood system. It is horrible tasting, I'm not going to lie. It tastes horrible. I hate the way it tastes, but it is so good for my body, and I have to do things that are good for my body because I've done so many things that are not good for it. So if I can beat my body up, I can definitely help to build it up as well. And so that's something I would suggest for someone who doesn't either eat a lot of vegetables and you want to incorporate more vegetables in your diet, or if you are about like me, they don't eat a lot of fruit. I don't love fruits. I could care less about it. And I feel like it's an empty carb. I cannot ever tell you a time that I've eaten an apple and got full. So that's what I think about rationale. Like, I don't even get full off of apple. I don't feel like I get more energy off of it. Even though science tells me I do, I don't ever feel that. So for me, it's never been worth the hassle of me cutting up an apple to eat it, and I'm still going to be hungry. So that's why I have resorted to just doing the juice. I create maybe a half gallon of juice, and I will sip off of that all week and take my vitamins with that. It's like somebody's going, it's a police chase or something outside. But nonetheless, that's pretty much where my diet will wrap up. I will not be doing scale measurements. I will be doing those every 3 months, as I had already stated in my previous video. If you have not watched that video, make sure you go back and watch it, because it'll be telling you about everything that happened at my first doctor's visit leading up to this point. I will be using my old-fashioned tape measure to take my measurements, and I will be doing my measurements on my next video. So make sure you guys tune in for that video. If you want to see, honey, what this waist is, you want to see what these hips is, because y'all be all in my business anyways, asking me all these questions about what's my sizes and stuff. And people don't be thinking I'm as big as I am, but I am big. I wear weight, honey. I wear it well, but I got weight. So I'll be doing my measurements in the next video. No scale weight until I go back to the doctor in March, April sometime, 3 months. So be there for 3 months, okay? So hopefully when I go back, my goal is to have lost another 10 pounds. I actually lost 20 pounds since June. I don't know how, but whatever. We're going to be intentional this time around. And so my goal is to at least have lost 10 pounds, implementing my new strategies. If I've lost more than that, I would be floored, but baby steps. Weight loss is not a fast process. If it is a fast process, 9 times out of 10, you're doing something wrong, okay? So know that along this journey, take your time, pace yourself, do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel good, and guess what? The weight will come off when the weight comes off. So this is it for me. For those of you who did not subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe button, so that way you can stay locked in. You can see what that waist is going to be snatched to, babe, because guess what? The snatches is coming. Summertime is right around the corner, and I want to be slim thick. Okay? I want to be slim thick. So make sure you guys are subscribed. And again, check me out, www.thedivaofcurvetx, so that we can stay connected. All right. And don't forget, I'm giving away that free planner for the rest of this month. For those of you who have not taken advantage of that free planner, it is a quarterly planner that will allow you to plan out what you guys need to accomplish throughout this quarter. Once you've accomplished that, I even have a couple more extra pages in there so you can still continue to grow and build throughout 2021. Okay? If you cannot locate that planner, or you have not gotten it and you're interested in doing so, please leave me a comment and I will give you the instructions on how to get there. Again, everything that I had tonight will be in the description. If you have any questions, don't forget to hit the comments. And next time, invite somebody to the party, okay? Peace.
I'm a diva. I'm a diva.